All right. Well, welcome everyone tonight. We're so excited to kick off our Power Month of ranking trainings that are being led by 5 of us that are Emerald Power Partners. We started together about a year and a half ago, I think, when we were some rubies, some senior rubies, and we have just been working together ever since. And we felt that we all are different colors. We all are very knowledgeable. We all train differently. And we felt that we wanted to come together and bring you all here to provide you a training and some nuggets that hopefully you can take away from any one of us that might relate to you and your business. So grab a pen and paper. You're going to hear a lot of great information tonight. And we also want to address a very important thing. First off, Sadie already said it if you weren't on already. You guys are on this call, and that's huge. You have committed to going silver, or at least to learning how to go silver. And hopefully something that you will take away tonight will help you in that in that journey. So know, though, that your level of investment here is different than the person in the next screen next to you. Everybody is different. So what we want you to take away from here is, if you're just here to get your products paid for, that's okay. If you're here and you've got a goal to be an emerald like us, that's okay. We're here to match your enthusiasm and where you are, but your first step's already been done. You've got on this call, so congrats, okay? So I'm going to introduce myself real quickly. I'm Tracy Stein, and I live in Overland Park, Kansas. I've been with Plexus for 2.5 years, and what each of us are going to do tonight is just share with you how we went silver, and we all have a topic that we're going to just kind of address. So for me, I'm going to talk about a couple different things, mindset and effort and how they tie in. And I want to just briefly share with you how I went silver. When I started the business, I jumped in with both feet, okay? Some of you are going to tread some water and see how it feels. And some of you are going to jump all in. We have people who go silver in 7 days. We have people who take a few months, sometimes a year, and that's okay. And that's where all of our stories are going to vary a little bit. But how I went silver in 7, it started from my welcome call. Some teams do welcome calls and some don't. With my team, that is totally what changed for me. In that welcome call, they built belief in me that I could do it. And they just told me to do it in 7 days. So I was like, okay. So that's kind of how I really approached it. And I knew that I needed to add 3 people as wholesale ambassadors to my team in 7 days. So I reached out to my sister-in-law, a college girlfriend reached out to me, and my best friend. And that's how I went silver. Sometimes it's that easy, sometimes it's not. But I want to share the difference between when I've had conversations with people who have gone silver and their timelines. The difference is, for me, was my mindset. And that's what I want to just talk briefly about. Like I said, when I started, I wanted to jump in with both feet. Hold on, I'm going to try to change the speaker view real quick, because even though I'm speaking, Sadie's face is on. Hold on. Do you guys see, like, everybody?
Just see you.
Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully it's going to record that way. Sorry. We've done this before, and sometimes it's been a little tricky in how the recording turns out. But like I said, mindset. And there's something that I like to say, it's don't complicate, just duplicate. Okay? So when someone says, you need to add 3 people, don't overcomplicate the fact that you do have to reach out to a few people. It does only take 3. Okay? So duplicate it. When I say duplicate, it means if you reach out to someone and they say no, that's okay. Duplicate it again. Reach out to someone else. And if they say no, that's okay. You're just duplicating what you're doing over and over until you get that yes. Okay? Sometimes it comes quicker for some, sometimes it doesn't. Don't overcomplicate it. If you get a no, don't think, I'm not doing it right. I don't have enough information. I'm not sharing right. Okay? So that's my biggest tip. Don't complicate, just duplicate, and you will get those 3 people to join you. When it comes to the mindset, like I said, I committed, I was all in. What does that mean for you? Okay? You are right now on a teeter-totter, right here. You are in this, you're ready to go silver, or you want to learn about silver, okay? Tomorrow, you might wake up really excited and ready to work at it. So, you know, you're going to work really hard. You're going to get up here. You're going to hear your first no, and you might come right back down to here. Okay. Then you're going to talk to your upline. He or she's going to encourage you, and you're going to be like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to go up here. Well, there might come a day where someone challenges you and you hit a skeptic, and it's going to quickly flip your teeter-totter. Okay. And you're going to be at the bottom. What I want you to understand is this is a little normal in those first sharing phases of teeter-tottering, but my best advice is to don't ride the teeter-totter. We always say don't ride the roller coaster, but I always say don't ride the teeter-totter. Just stay balanced, work on keeping your balance up, and that is through mindset, staying focused and sharing, and just really working on focused on your goal, okay? You can set your timeline. It doesn't have to be 7 days. It can be the end of October. It could be the end of November. Whatever your goal is, you need to say it out loud and share it with your sponsor so that your sponsor can help hold you accountable and can help work with you to reach that goal. Okay. Last thing is just the effort. We don't say this is easy. We know this isn't easy. Many of us struggled with some type of fear. Maybe it was a fear of sharing. Maybe it was a fear of failure, a fear of some type of objection we don't know how to respond to. Well, we all went through it. So we know it's not easy, but it is simple. Okay, simple as in sharing the products and how they've helped you or how they've helped your sponsor if you don't have a testimony yet, or just sharing about how the products could offer hope, could help someone. It depends on why you're here, obviously, what your reasoning is, and hopefully that's something that you guys will just match your upline will match your effort. If you're wanting to go silver, they will match your timeline and working for it too. So again, just wrapping up for me, mindset, effort, don't complicate it. Just duplicate what you're doing and the results will come. And I am getting ready to pass it over to Megan Castanian. She is going to share a little bit with us about Facebook posting and sharing.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Megan Castanian, and I'm in Exeter, New Hampshire. Just real briefly about my story. I signed up as an ambassador sometime in February, but didn't start the business side of things until mid-March. I went silver within my first 30 days. I went silver in my first 30 days because that's what I was told to do, much like Tracy said. I was also modeling and watching some people that I personally knew who jumped in the business and were gung-ho, one of those being Tracy's sponsor, Allison Ricky. I watched what she did, and Diamond Ambassador Jacqueline Stanley, they both started shortly before me, and I pretty much just did what they did. A lot of how I went silver was from posting on Facebook. I'm going to say this now, looking back, that is not the best way to go silver. Absolutely post on Facebook, but reaching out is really important too. That being said, I'm going to give my just a little bit of my tips on how to post on Facebook. So some of you are brand spanking new and you haven't even done your first post yet. Some of you guys have been around for a little bit longer, and you've done many posts. So let's talk really quick about your first post for those of you that have not done one yet. So typically what I like to have my ambassadors do when they get started is something very simple. Many ambassadors start without ever having their own personal testimony. So saying something like on your post, taking a picture of yourself with your pink drink, putting yourself in a picture is always going to be better than posting something generic that you found on the internet or that somebody else posted. If you do not feel comfortable with this, that's fine. Take a picture of your products somewhere in your house or with your kids, or some way that the people that are seeing you know that it is authentic and it is you. So something you might say in your very first Facebook post is, "Hi friends, I just got started on this new thing called Plexus. My friend so-and-so has seen whatever she has seen, so better energy, better sleep, and less digestive stress or something like that. And I'm hoping to see the same. Who wants to start with me? And then post. My first post was very different, and it kind of depends where your level is, really. My very first post on Facebook was extremely vulnerable. I did a before and after picture, and I had only been on the products for like 6 weeks, so it wasn't even like there was a huge noticeable change. But then I listed all the major benefits that I had seen since I started the product. So that is one thing. If you are feeling good about it, be vulnerable and share your story. So just some general tips on posting on Facebook, especially in this early stage. One thing that we want to do by posting on Facebook is draw in our audience. We want to attract our friends and really let them know why we're passionate without having them be annoyed or just put off by what we're doing. So I think in general, it's so important to share your story. Be vulnerable if you can. I already said take pictures of you with your products. One thing I did was I took a video of my kids mixing their pink drink, or my pink drink, and then I read all the benefits off the back of the package while they were doing it. If you are feeling super confident, and this is another thing that I did, do a video of you yourself telling your story and why you're sharing these products or what benefits you've already seen. Make sure through your posts that you are well-rounded. Don't just post about Plexus. I would say that every few posts could be Plexus related. I just learned even more than that should be Plexus related, like every 9 or 10. But make sure you're posting things that you've always posted, things that interest you, pictures of your kids, different hobbies, exercise, things you're involved in at church, fun things you do with your family, whatever it is. Just be you, stay true to who you are and your values and your interests. Make sure that you aren't all of a sudden being bossy if you're very reserved, or vice versa, however you want to put that. Make sure that you are staying positive on all of your posts. I will say that people will join you because of you, and we attract what we put out there. So if we are complaining on Facebook or we are just being negative in any way, shape, or form, people are going to pick up on that, and it's not the best for your business. Stay away from salesy posts and graphics. When I got started, there was a lot of that back then, and it was about 2.5 years ago. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. And now it's gotten a little bit better, but they are still out there. Just stay away from the salesy stuff. You wouldn't want to see that. If your friend was posting about their business, your friends and family don't want to see that either. I will say it is okay to copy and paste what other people post. I'm sure your sponsor has kind of taught you that. Do it every once in a while. Don't do it every time you post. Try really hard to be original, because people really want to know what is happening in your life. It's not so much about what is going on in other people's lives. Testimonies are a great thing to post, but if you're going to post a testimony, at the beginning of it, say what you liked about it. Say what captured you and why you're sharing it. Another tip is to share things about health that don't involve Plexus. So they might not have Plexus linked to them. So gut health articles, magazine covers on blood sugar regulation. You might see Dr. Oz talking about something that is related to our product. There's tons of information out there on turmeric and different ingredients that are in our products. Make sure to add those kinds of things in too, because that really helps people kind of see that you know what you're talking about and what is Plexus in general. Next, I just want to say that do not just post and pray. Like I said in the beginning, that's kind of how I went silver. I signed up 3 sorority sisters who saw my posts. But for most people, that is not going to grow a business or get them to silver. So make sure that you are reaching out, especially to those key people in your life that are more likely to join you. So I hope that that was helpful to you. If you have any great ideas too, make sure you're sharing it with the people of your team and being open. Oh, and one last thing I was going to mention. It is really important for you not just to post on Facebook, but for you to be involved in other people's life on Facebook. So if your friend is posting pictures of their kids or their cat or whatever, make sure you're commenting, not just on Plexus people's posts, because the Facebook algorithms will help, your posts show up in their newsfeed, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is all I've got about Facebook posting. Next, I'm going to introduce to you Jessica Radke. She is going to talk about Sip and Sees, opportunities, events, and online events.
Awesome. Thanks, Meg. All right. I'm Jessica Radke. I live in Hudson, Wisconsin, right on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota. So I kind of have a team in both states, which is kind of fun. I started about the same time as Megan, actually. I think all of us maybe kind of started similar around the same time, but I joined in the end of February, and then I was leaving to go to my best friend's wedding in Mexico. And I told Emily that I was not going to share with anyone. I was terrified. Nobody up here knew about Plexus at all. I was like lone soldier, big time. So I was scared, and I went to that wedding, and I found myself like naturally kind of talking about it. Like I felt great. I felt good the morning after the really fun nights that we were having. So I was noticing some great things that were happening. So of course, all my best friends were there. I kind of started naturally sharing. I still came home and said, I'm not doing it. I don't even really know what changed. Similar story though. It was actually Stacy that called me, and they said, our goal is for you to go, or they said you will go silver within the first 30 days. And I was like, holy crap. Okay. I did not want to make a business out of this at all. So I was really, the people that I was sharing with, I wanted them to be my customers only. I did not want to share the business opportunity. And so I ended up having like a neighbor friend of mine and a cousin and somebody else. I don't know. None of them do Plexus anymore, if it makes you guys feel better. But I needed 3 people because that was kind of the expectation that was set. So I ended up going silver March 20th. So I think I started sharing like second week in March, and it happened pretty quickly. I always joke that I swear there was like a promotion going on or something, because Stacey and Emily both called and they were like, are you sure you don't have one more person that you could add? And I was like, okay, whatever. So anyways, it went pretty quick too, but it took me a while to build the team there for afterwards. So I think it's really important for you guys to understand that, yes, we want you to get there, and there's so many good things about going silver quickly. But if you've been doing this for a while and you're not there, that's okay. Everybody has to kind of get there on their own time. So, all right. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite part of Plexus, which is the events. I kind of broke it into the 4, like Megan was saying: Sip and Sees, online events, opportunity events, and then corporate sponsored events. So Sip and Sees, there's kind of a big range, right, that you can do with these. You guys, you're either like I love Sip and Sees, or you're like, holy crap, that's the scariest thing in the whole world. I don't want to do that. Or maybe somewhere in between. So I just want you to know, if you're one of those people that freaks you out talking in front of people, talk to your sponsor and have them do most of the talking for you. I will say it's really important for you to do share your story with your potentials that are there and talk about what products and how you're feeling. But as far as answering questions about ingredients, about what other people should take, I think people kind of freeze up and don't have these in-person events because they feel like they don't know it all. Guess what? All of us that are on here that are Emeralds, we still don't know it all. So we have learned from our sponsors and from each other. And I think it's important to know that that it's okay to use other people in those situations, that people don't care. And people really don't care. If you don't know the answer right away, you can always get to them later. So I have found that really the informal kind of smaller ones have worked best for us and for my team. I've done both. Right when I got back from convention, I had a huge pool party. We had a ton of people come my first year. That's basically how I went gold. And then I had that same pool party the next year and nobody came. So that's another topic I just wanted to say. You know what? If you throw it out there to 20 people and one person comes, it's never a waste, ever, ever, ever. That person could be your next rock star. That person could be the next huge person on your team, or that person could just become a really good wholesale ambassador and you're one more closer to your goal. Somebody's screen sharing. Who's Holly Higgins? I can't see my notes if she's screen sharing, you guys. Holly? Oh, okay. Are we good? Exit poll. All right. It's always fun. See, it's always something new. Good. All right. So I was just going to say, I've seen both and I've seen both be successful, but if you're a person that's like, I really can only invite 10 people and 2 people show up, I know it's that feeling of like junior high, nobody came to my birthday party, but you can't take it personally. You have to think like everybody has crap going on and it's not a priority in their life right now. It's just not. It's our everything, but they're like, kid got sick. Things happen. The most important thing is that you're following up with those people that aren't able to make it. Okay. So I'm kind of jumping all around here, but another thing I wanted to bring up is it's kind of fun to do some unconventional sip and sees. We've done like a mani-pedi where like come and we'll pay $10 of your manicure pedicure if you come to our sip and see. It was really successful. I've done one of those like wood sign making parties. We've done a wine and canvas party. So those kind of things to where like people aren't coming, they don't feel like they're coming just to commit to buy Plexus, because that's what we don't want. We want them to just, hey, come hang out with us, see how cool we are, and then find out how awesome these products are, right? So you want it to be more about the experience really than it is like, it's a big Plexus party, because sometimes that's just intimidating people. And to be honest, you guys, like think how many parties you get invited to all the time. So you want it to be different. You want it to stand out in a way that makes people want to come to these. What to have at your sip and sees, for sure have pink drink samples. A lot of people do P96 samples just so because they're easy and you can have them there. Obviously, always fun to have prizes and giveaways. A lot of the times we'll do 7-day trial packs for people. We always give away a little like water bottle with a label on it and a little pink drink attached to it. Just when people leave, sometimes you can make little bags of like Ease and body cream samples, anything that you can do to make people feel like it was worth it to go. So having brochures and catalogs, you can order those from the back office. If you don't know how, ask your sponsor. I was going to mention too, our team actually put together, I have a lot of people here locally, but if you're just starting a team, it's a great thing to do. Start saving your empty bottles and just put them in a little bin. And just kind of keep all your sip and see stuff together, because what happens is we all order 100 catalogs, right? And then they print a new one in 6 months. So if you can have like a little bucket that just kind of rotates around, that's been helpful as well. I just wanted to touch super quick on bigger like vendor events. I've done some. They're not my personal favorite thing in the winter world, but I have people on my team that freaking love them. They love them and they're very successful with them. So don't overlook those. And somebody told me this tip also too. It's not about the people that are walking around. I can't remember as many of you guys, but it's about the other people at the vendor tables. So don't forget to talk to all those people too, because they're obviously invested in a business and could be your next rock star also. Telling stories is huge. Like I said, don't just stand up there and say, obviously you guys know this, but this is BioCleanse. BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement, right? Like, everyone's falling asleep already, especially if they've had wine, right? So just make sure that you're telling a story, and then letting them ask questions, open it up, have an open conversation. That's what makes Plexus great, is the stories. I mean, it's not, we don't have anything to prove. We just have to share our stories and people will fall in love with it. Okay, next two is, God, I feel like I'm taking a long time, you guys. I'm sorry, I gotta speed it up. All right, online events are just as important. Having a launch party, if you guys haven't done that yet, a lot of your sponsors will have these set up and ready to go in Post My Party. I know that we have one that we just update. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. You don't have to. But my point of this story is, if you're ready to kind of get it out there, but you're like, I'm not techie, I don't know how to do these things, we're all here to help you. And we all help each other do these kind of things. So reach out. The other thing about that, you guys don't invite 5,000 people to your first launch event. There's nothing worse, right? When you get on and you're like, oh, I'm one of her 4,998 best friends that she wants to share Plexus with. Keep it personal, especially for your first one. Reach out individually to those people and just say, hey, I invited you to the page. I'd like to add the link in there so that they're aware of it. Sometimes things get lost in Facebook message world. And then follow up with them the day of. Say, hey, I'm super excited. Reminder, this party is tonight. Can't wait to see you on. And then if you don't make it on, jump on after, either way, and say, hey, what did you like best about it? Or I'm sorry that you couldn't make it. We're going to leave the party up for a little while. I'd love for you to look through it and get back to me afterwards. So again, it's sort of like posting. You can't just post and be like, come on. You can't just invite people to your party and then say, nobody came, it was unsuccessful. Well, if nobody comes, that's one thing. But if you haven't done anything to make people come or to remind people, then that's kind of on you. That's not on them. So just remember, reach out personally, follow up with those people. I have so many more things to say, I feel like, about that. But anyways, your sponsor can help you with an online party. Opportunity events. So we have done these on our own, and then corporate obviously does the opportunity events also. The biggest thing about that, you guys, is that belief building. Every time I go to one of those events, still almost 3 years in, I leave and I'm like, yeah, like I love what I do. I just feel like it's that like re-energizing. It's kind of like going to church every Sunday, right? You're like, yes, I'm going to be awesome this week. It's kind of like touching base with just remembering why you do this and how awesome the company is. So if you have opportunity events, it may be outside of your team and you see it on a team page or a sidelines page, go. We don't care. I tell people all the time, I think one of Tracy's is coming to my little PJ party on Friday, right? Like, I don't know this girl, she's not on my team, but I'm like, yeah, come to our event, because that's how we roll in Plexus. We all want to support each other, and we all want to meet each other and help each other along. So, and then just the big corporate events too. So Super Saturday is coming up in January. Figure out where the nearest one is by you. I know sometimes at this point, you guys are like, yeah, but you all know each other, and you, right? When I went to my first convention, I was a silver. I was like 3 months in, and I slept by a random human in a bed. So, but it was the best weekend ever. Like, it was just amazing. And it was the reason why I kept going with Plexus. So you'll meet friends. I've never like met a rude Plexus person. Everybody is really happy and wants to be your friend and wants to help you. So it's a great place to actually meet new friends. So go to those events. Super Saturday, opportunity events are usually in the spring. Convention is in June. We just got back from Hawaii. Once you get to Emerald, and then Leaders Retreat is coming up here in a week or two. So, yeah, I just, in this time, you guys, of MLMs taking over Facebook, I feel like we need to stand out in a different way. And I think we can, because of our products and our company. It's just kind of up to us to bring it to them personally outside of Facebook. Yes, if we can. I know it's scary, but you guys can all do it. And that's all I have. All right. I'm going to introduce Sadie now. Hody. Did I say it right?
You got it.
Yes.
Got it.
All right. She is going to take it away, Sadie. I'm done talking. Take it away.
Hey, everybody. I'm Sadie Hody. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm actually from Kansas City, Missouri, and loving I have a big presence in Missouri. So if you're on my team, you're probably from Missouri if you're listening to this. So I'm happy to meet all of you guys. I want to talk to you about my Going Silver story. It's going to be different than anything you've heard. I can't wait to tell you this, but I did it on accident, and that may not be what you want to hear, but I got my first ambassador, and I was just laying in bed. I was getting ready to go to bed, and I got an email that said that happened. And guys, I have to thank Stephanie Hanning. She's definitely not on this call. She's a happy wholesaler, currently still. but she kind of woke me up to what the business was. I had no idea what it was. So I want to tell you that if you're sitting here kind of like you're not sure what you're doing, you're not sure if you want to do this, maybe you're on this call for a reason, and maybe you stumbled upon this link for a reason. It's going to change your life the way it changed mine. So quickly after that, my best friend, Melissa Vincent, and current power partner joined my team. And then I also had like a client.
Sadie. Like, what?
I'm going to, somebody, am I hearing that? Okay, there we go. Sorry. And then I had a client join my team. I was actively posting, so I was a little bit different. I wasn't taught to go silver quickly. So maybe that was in your boat. You weren't taught to go silver quickly. I was posting. I had a lot of customers at the current time that I went silver, and I was just loving the products. I was sharing, and the business kind of found me on accident. And guys, here I am. I'm an Emerald. I'm unorganized. So if that, is you and you're sitting here like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm also unorganized. I can't run an Excel spreadsheet. Like, connect with me. We've got this. It can happen for you. So, I was just passionate. I got excited. I learned after Stephanie joined my team what this was all about. And I quickly figured out that I have to tell people about this and tell people about what our ambassadorship is all about. And I'm about to tell you about that now. It's one of my favorite topics. We're going to talk about how to buy in Plexus. And we're going to also talk about how to qualify an ambassador. And if you're listening on my team, you might have heard me chat with you about this on a regular basis. So sorry for the redundancy, but I'm excited. So there are 3 ways to buy in Plexus. You're on this call. You obviously know what being an ambassador is all about. But I'm going to educate you maybe and give you some talking points as you move forward and you build your business. So we can buy 2 ways to buy as a customer. You can buy retail. Okay, guys, we know that's full price. It's a one-time buy. They're not set up on that amazing convenience order that's going to help them be consistent. What do we know about Plexus is that it's a tool to help us achieve our best health, and we've got to be consistent. Okay, so if somebody wants to buy a trial pack, they've got to do that as a retail customer. But if somebody is serious about their health, they're contacting you, they've been watching your posts, maybe they've been liking your posts, maybe they've reached out to you. Guys, they want to be consistent. We just have to teach them how to do it, right? They've got goals in Plexus, okay? And we know what we have to offer. Again, remind you, if you're on this call, you care about Plexus. You care about sharing this. You care about moving your business forward on whatever level that might look like, okay? Even if it's just to get your products paid for. So buying as a retail customer is a one-time thing. They're going to pay a bunch of money. I don't even offer people this. Here's a little Emerald tip that I'm giving you. I don't even offer people this, but it is there. So they have the opportunity to do that. If you're starting to share Plexus, people may buy retail and really just know that you're going to have to just stay on them, educate them about what consistency looks like in Plexus, and possibly upgrade them to what I'm going to talk to you now about as a preferred customer. So if somebody's going to buy from me as a customer, they're going to buy as a preferred customer. And here's why. They are going to buy with a lesser cost, about 15% less than retail. They're also going to be put on a convenience order, like a consistency plan. And guys, super important for our products. I'm not sure if you've been around and noticed that we encourage you to be on a journey with us, right? We work on rebalancing your body, and that's not something that can happen in 30 days sometimes. For some of us, some people are super lucky and they're like, oh my gosh, I've dropped like 6 pounds in 5 minutes. Like, I'm a brand new person. And then they think that they don't need Plexus anymore. But what do we know in Plexus? These are tools, and we correct nutritional deficiencies. That's what we do. And it's so fulfilling. And so as a preferred customer, they're going to be put on that convenience order. They're going to be rewarded for being on a consistency plan by paying a little bit less. Okay? So that's my favorite way. That's the only way I share buying as a customer. And then there's being an ambassador. Okay? We're going to treat this as a Costco membership for most people on your team. We're going to educate them, right? They pay $34.95. They buy into our club for a year. They get added to our team page, all that good fun stuff. But they're going to pay about 25% less than retail, and they're going to be able to have access to a lot of training that is amazing, right? You're on one of these teams, these beautiful friends of mine. I know that they run team pages that are chock full of information, and they're going to be given that, right? But on the high level, what I typically ask people is, are you looking, how do you want to buy? And I send kind of a text message that explains, here's how you buy as a preferred customer. If you're looking for the deepest discount, you're going to pay $34.95. You're going to get 25% off, but you have to be above $100 personal volume. And then I educate them on that. We're going to talk about that in a minute because I'm going to talk to you about how to qualify people. But that's really the 3 ways to buy. It's pretty simple. It's not really like an exciting topic, but just wanted to cover that. So it's retail, most expensive, preferred, does a great job of keeping people consistent, rewarding them for their consistency. Also, you get a lot of great benefits too. We're going to talk about that in a minute when you sign a preferred customer. And as an ambassador, they get the deepest discount and they are privy to a lot of amazing information. So I'm going to next go into how to qualify an ambassador versus a customer. We're going to get a lot more information here. I want you to take some notes because I think this is a part where we miss because sometimes we get so excited that we're going to sign an ambassador and we don't do the work that we need to do for them and for us. Okay? All right. So what do we know in Plexus? We're being taught tonight to be consistent in our reach outs. We're being taught to be consistent in our posting. We're being taught to fill our pipeline. So we should be able to offer people the best way to buy for them. We're going to talk about it. We don't need to make everybody an ambassador. We don't need to make everybody a customer. Okay? And that's what we're going to learn tonight. So if you're going to sign somebody as an ambassador, we're going to do some things at the beginning. Okay? So obviously, if somebody isn't interested in the business, this is a no-brainer because we get that amazing website when we join as an ambassador. We pay that $34.95. We get bought into the club, the pink club that is so fantastic. Trust me, I love it. We get that website. Okay, we get a lot of resources also, but they get that website. So if somebody comes to you and they say, Sadie, I want to be posting on social media. I want to get my products paid for. They come to me and they say that they want to do that. That is a no-brainer. It's super easy. My job is easy, right? Oh, okay, well, we know what you want to do. That's easy. Okay, so let's pretend like we're working it out with them. We're trying to help them figure out what is best for them. So what we do as an ambassador, as we are working through, sometimes people say, I need the best price. Everybody wants the best price typically, right? I mean, usually everybody's going to say that they want the best price, but I think Sheila Medina, our first diamond in Plexus, said, wait, let me see if you qualify for that. Okay, because here's the deal, guys. We are running businesses. And you may think by offering everybody ambassador, you're doing them a favor, but I'm going to share with you just a little bit that it might not be the most cost advantageous for everybody to be an ambassador. And that's okay. So what we want them to do as an ambassador, if they just say, I want the best price, I don't want anything to do with the business, but I want the best price. We need to get them to understand what I say before about that consistency plan, right? They're committing for 3 or more months to Plexus. They're understanding these are tools. They're understanding that this is a journey that they're on, okay? This is for ambassador, okay? Hope you're taking notes. This is something that I want you to understand and realize that it's okay if not everybody falls into this category. Trust me. Right? You're just building your business. I'm going to share with you why in a little bit. Okay. So if they say, okay, yes, I can commit. I'm going to commit to 3 to 6 months. I'm super excited. I'm going to be on a system. I'm ready for this. Great. Okay. They're well on their way to qualifying to be an ambassador. This is also somebody who's not afraid of convenience order or consistency plan. Okay, maybe they haven't been burned by an auto ship situation, or you've talked them through why it's not scary with Plexus. Okay, the reality is anybody can shut off their convenience order. Anybody can do that without a penalty. Nobody's going to get in trouble or be in timeout if they don't order what they need to order. Okay, but what we know is it takes consistency to be successful. Continue to remind them that they've got to be consistent on the products. You've already, right? We've already asked them, like, are you willing to be consistent for 3 to 6 months? They say, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Are you willing to put on your convenience order and be consistent with me and order every single month? And that's okay for you and you're excited about it. Yes, I am. Okay. They are a great ambassador candidate. Okay, they're going to buy into the club for $34.95 and they're going to reap the benefits of the best price in Plexus. They're going to get tons of training. They're going to get you as their coach. It's going to be super amazing. Okay, here's what we find sometimes though. Okay, when we don't have these tough conversations at the beginning, what we find is they buy their welcome pack. It's super exciting. We get their welcome pack. We don't have the conversation about what 100 PV looks like. Right? And typically, just so you know, 100 PV is typically Slim and 2 other products every single month. Don't be afraid to say it. If you need wording on how to say it properly for you, that it sounds like it's coming from you, work with sponsor or coach or one of these beautiful ladies up here. If you're on my team, please come to me. Okay? Or it's 5 individual products. That's going to get you to 100 PV. Maybe those people don't want Slim. That's okay. We don't have to have people fall into some sort of a cookie cutter situation, but we have to have them be consistent. Okay. Let's pretend like they join with a welcome pack. It's super exciting. Or they join with a system and then they decide, oh, I just want to order Slim. Just want to order Slim because we haven't had those tough conversations with them ahead of time. And they're actually not saving money anymore. Right? And maybe you sign them as an ambassador because that was your goal for them, is to save money. You wanted them to have the best price, but guess what? They're not having the best price anymore because you only really are saving when you're using that system of products. Fun fact on ambassadorship, anything over $100 you make money back on. Huge benefit for people. If people say, I want to be on a system of products, I want to get husband on products, I want to get my family on products. Great thing to do. Explaining to them what consistency does, explaining to them that having over 100 PV is not only going to change their health, but bring them money back into their wallet. That is amazing. Okay. Walmart, GNC, Walgreens, they don't pay you to take their products. So think about that. It's okay to qualify people to be an ambassador because there are so many benefits with it, but it has to be right for them. Okay, so if they're not using over $100 of product, they're just not saving money as an ambassador. All right, so we're going to move in to what it looks like to order as a customer. Great customer candidates are people that are not using a system of products. Maybe they want 1 product. Maybe they want 2 products. Maybe they want a combo, like a Slim and something else. They're not a candidate for being an ambassador, okay? If they're not sure they can be consistent, these are not people that you want on your team. Because what do we know in Plexus? You drink the pink Kool-Aid, you understand we got to be consistent, you're loving it. Like we preach being consistent. Some people aren't there. They're in a season of their life, they're not willing or able to be consistent. It is okay to just shoot them straight to be a customer. It is okay. It is necessary for your business. It is also best for them. Okay? All right. They're not sure that they can order monthly. This can be something too. Maybe they really don't have the funds. Maybe you think, okay, they don't have the funds. We're going to make them an ambassador. This is going to be the best thing for them. They're going to pay more at the beginning and then everything's going to be cheaper. But it really doesn't, guys. I'm not going to like, there are tons of spreadsheets that I can walk you through on different product combos. But it's just really not beneficial for them financially if they're not ordering monthly and over $100 to be an ambassador. So like I said before, when I am helping somebody join, I'm helping somebody get started on their products, I have a text message that I send. I'm happy to share that with anybody. I've never had any problems because I'm completely clear in that message. I explain what it means to be a preferred customer, and that they're on a convenience order, that they're ordering as a customer, that can be changed at any time. And that's great for if they're not ready to commit for 3 to 6 months. And then I share as an ambassador that they're going to be paying $34.95 but getting the best price, and that this is perfect for people who are willing to be consistent and are on a system of products. And I think, guys, when we have those hard conversations ahead of time, we don't have the issues where we're like, oh, Jane turned her order off, or Jane's only ordering slim. Like I thought, you know, and then you kind of scramble and you go back and you look at the messages, and maybe you were so excited that you didn't fully communicate. And guys, that's normal. You're excited. You're going silver. Like, this is huge. I'm talking to you about the bits and pieces, kind of the checks and the balances that are going to take you from good to great, so that you don't have the issues of, you know, oh, I went silver and the next month I'm not silver anymore. That's not what we want, guys, because guess what? When you go silver, that's a residual commission every single month, at least of $45 every single month. And guys, you might have those customers I talked about, okay? This opportunity is huge, and it's amazing. We got to fit people in where they belong. And I know you can do it. You've got a lot of resources. Okay, so don't be afraid to tell somebody that they don't qualify as an ambassador. Okay, so you may feel like you're helping them, but you're not. So this is another thing that is amazing about having preferred customers. You get preferred customer bonuses. And I know that we're going to obviously be talking to Kelly in just a minute about getting our products paid for. She's probably going to touch on this, so I don't want to steal the thunder of that amazing piece of information. But just know that we've got so many different ways for people to buy. Everybody's not going to fit into ambassador. And the good news is you're going to be rewarded so handsomely no matter how they join that it's not going to matter. Right? Let's say you're going for silver and you're like, oh my gosh, the first 3 people don't qualify as an ambassador. You guys, the good news is you're going to make fantastic commission on them as a customer. You're going to make preferred customer bonuses, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to turn it over to my amazing friend, Kelly Lawrence, and she is going to tell us all about how to get our products paid for and the power of 3 as we build our businesses.
Awesome. Thank you, Sadie. That was awesome. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Lawrence, and I live in Miami, Florida. I moved down here about 6 weeks ago from Chicago. So my team is primarily back in Illinois, but I'm so glad to see so many faces on tonight. I'm going to keep it short and sweet tonight, you guys. We're ending, we're running close to our 1 hour. We know everybody's time is super valuable, but just quickly on how I went silver. I joined in June of 2015, and like Sadie, I started building my customer base. I was kind of scared, honestly, to tell anybody about being an ambassador because, even though I was working the business, I didn't really know about building a team. I was still kind of scared of this whole network marketing idea. So my first ambassador was somebody who just said, well, isn't that the cheapest way to buy? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess it is. She's like, well, I want to do that. And so that kind of scared me, but I was like, okay. So that was my first ambassador. She was a happy wholesaler. I signed up my mom as my second ambassador. And then my third ambassador, you guys, she joined. I was talking with her at the end of June. So this is my, first month. And, she said, I'm going to sign up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow was July 1st. And I was like, okay, well, can I help you tonight? I'm happy to get on the phone, and it just wasn't the right time for her. So lo and behold, like at 7 a.m. on July 1st, she joined, my third ambassador. And you guys, I wasn't silver. You have to have 3 ambassadors on your team who are qualified. So my first 2, didn't have their 100 PV on the 1st of July. So it was kind of a bummer, but it's a good lesson for you all when you're signing up people. If you do have 2 people at the end, toward the end of this month, try to get that 3rd one in there so that you can go silver by the end of the month. Fortunately for me, Plexus rolled out this 4th of July sale, and I went silver quickly after that. So anyway, that's enough about me. I just want to quickly share with you all how amazing this compensation plan is and how we can cover the cost of our products really quite easily. So there are 11 ways that Plexus pays us, you guys, and I'm not going to get into all 11 ways. Just know that as you move through the ranks, now that we, the 5 of us are Emerald, we're seeing even more ways that you get paid. But we're talking tonight about going silver. So we're going to talk about commissions, and we're going to talk about bonuses. So when you earn commissions, you earn that on your personal volume, your PV. This comes from your own personal orders and from your customer orders, whether they're retail or preferred. If you have 0 to 99 PV, you earn 0% commission, okay? So once you hit that 100 PV is when you're gonna start earning commission. And everything from 100 to 499 PV, you're gonna earn 15% commission. So it's really great. Once you hit that 500 PV mark, though, you're going to bump that up to 25% commission, which makes a huge difference in your paychecks. So we always say, if you're really working the business, 500 PV is a great goal for everyone. It really gives you that solid foundation in your paycheck, especially in the beginning. As Sadie mentioned, with your customers, you have retail customers and you have preferred customers. You want preferred customers, you guys. It's so good for them, but it's also good for you because in addition to earning commission on their orders, you're also earning these preferred customer bonuses every single time your preferred customers place their orders. So that comes every single month, and they really add up. So make sure you're signing up your customers preferred if you're signing up customers. And I mentioned it, but I want to just point out again, you are making money on your own orders, you guys. So your PV includes your orders. If you're ordering for yourself, that's great. If you're ordering for your kids, the chewables, that's great. And your spouse, it adds up. And so you're earning money back on that. So just keep that in mind. It's really, really an awesome way to get paid. But tonight we're here to talk about going silver. So I want to tell you what that looks like as far as a paycheck goes. And you have 2 things. You have your business building bonuses. So when somebody joins your team as an ambassador, they purchase a welcome pack. And you get a piece of that pie. So Plexus turns around and gives the money right back to you. And not just you, but the sponsor above you and the sponsor above them and the sponsor above them. It goes 4 levels deep or up or however you want to look at it. But for you, when you sign someone up, you're going to get a $25 business building bonus or a $50 business building bonus, depending on what size welcome pack they purchase. This happens every time an ambassador signs up, you guys. So when you go silver, you're adding 3 people. So you could get $75 to $150 just in business building bonus. That easily, on the high end covers the cost of your products. But then Plexus turns around and says, hey, you went silver. Congratulations. You added 3 people to your team. We're going to give you a rank advancement bonus. And so you get $100 on top of those business building bonuses. So right there, you're looking at $175 minimum just for adding 3 people to your team. So you guys, you can see how this is going to quickly add up. And like Jess said, you don't have to be all in this business. You could be working this business for a long time and, maybe you haven't dove in, you don't know if this is what you want to do. You guys, anyone can go silver. You don't have to be working the business like we all work the business. So you have to remember that when you're sharing, because the 3 people that join you, you never know, maybe they'll want to work the business. And that just leads me to a quick touch on the power of 3, you guys. So when you add 3 people to your team, and you look at us, and we have hundreds of people on our team. My sponsor has thousands of people on her team. She did not add thousands of people personally. She added people, and they added people, and they added people. So we call it the power of 3. You add those 3 people and you go silver, and you turn around and you duplicate it, and those 3 people each add 3 people. We talk about the importance of having an accountability partner in this, being consistent with your products and having somebody to do this together. You guys, if you have your friends, find friends to do it with, you're going to grow a team, and you're not even going to do the work to do that. So it's all about duplication in this business. The power of 3 is so important, and we just have so much support on our team pages and in this community. So just take advantage of that. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. I'm going to turn it back over to Tracy.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to show you real quick here. I'm going back to gallery view so that you can see how many are on here, and maybe you will look around, find a name. Yeah, some faces aren't on here. We have a lot that are on calls. That's okay. But we want you to realize that there are a lot of people on this call that want to go silver, just like you. We want you to find power partners just like we have found. We're not just the 5 of us. We have more on our group that we're power partners with. We each actually have another set of power partner groups that we've made along the way. The reason that we have these is for accountability and for an encouragement. So we ask that you guys find that. And if you don't know who on this call should be your power partner, send your sponsor, whoever, one of the 5 that's on here that you're under, send us a message and say, hey, I want a power partner or an accountability partner to help me go silver, and we will help match you up. It's been a huge benefit for our business, and we hope that it would be for yours too. The second thing, a tool that we didn't mention that you can do on your own. This is self-discipline, but it's also laid right out for you. In your back office where you purchase your products, you can go to the tools tab and not shareables, tools and training, right? Or training and tools, one of the two. But under the training portion, there is the rank up roadmap. You can click whichever track you want to take to go silver. Some it's a little bit slower. You can take the fast track. It is going to have YouTube videos, some PDFs, and just some documents and information for you to learn and grow how to go silver. And it's a perfect place for if you get that one ambassador, you're not yet silver yet, or maybe you've got 2 underneath you, do that with them. Do the rank up roadmap with the people that are underneath you, and encourage them to also go silver. The last thing is, we have an event ready for you guys to do your reach outs, okay? A week from tonight, the 5 of us are hosting a live event online on Facebook. It'll be an online event that we'll post some product information in. We'll also do some business info, but we're gonna do 5 live testimonies and information in that event. That is the perfect opportunity for all of you to be reaching out. So when we say do your reach outs, this can be as simple as, hey, I've been a part of Plexus. This is what it's helped me with. I have these 5 great friends who are going to do this event on Monday night. I'd love for you to join it and learn a little bit about why I love Plexus, okay? Duplicate it. Send the messages. Just like Jess said, don't invite everybody and just click invite on your Facebook friends list. That's not what it's about. We love professionalism. We love keeping the name of Plexus, a happy place. So please don't just go invite people. Ask them if they want to be invited, okay? Send them a message first and say, hey, if I invite you to this, would you come? And there's some people that you've already talked to, maybe you haven't made the connection or haven't responded to. Like I have a couple people that say, just keep letting me know. One of these times I'm going to try to make it. Okay, that's a situation where I could add him or her. So we just want to encourage you to invite. We are doing this for you guys. Our goal is to help you all go silver this month. We know that is going to be an awesome October. We hope this was valuable to you. We're going to go ahead and close the recording. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your sponsor or one of us who is underneath you sometime after this call. So thank you all so much. Enjoy your night.